You can use past continuous forms to introduce hypothetical situations in the present. For example, if you were hoping to get a job with charity, you might want to volunteer first. So this is the context. This is a hypothetical situation. If you were planning to change the world, where would you start? You can use the past perfect continuous forms to introduce hypothetical situations in the past. For example, if the Solwents had been living in a small house, they wouldn't have been able to raise so much. Or Hannah might not have seen the homeless man if she hadn't been looking out the window. Now, all we're doing is setting the scenario with hypothetical situations in continuous form. If you were hoping, if you were planning, or in the past form, if the Solwents had been living, or if she hadn't been looking out the window. So those give you a context. So let's check with different examples for context. For example, try. Complete the questions with a continuous form of the verbs, then answer the questions. Number one, if you and your classmates here, how do you say that? We already have if. If
Have
you
been trying.
What?
Have been trying.
Is this in the past or in the present?
It's in person.
It's in the present. So how do you complete this? Did you do it, ladies?
If you and your classmates try to rise.
Nope. So go ahead and compare your answers or try to work together as a team. And I need to step out for only 1 minute. I'll be right back. And meanwhile, please work with your classmates, work as a team. Okay, we'll be back.
Okay, who wants to start?
So
Go, I'm gonna be your cheerer today.
Okay, so
I
the
think
first
you
is
try
in
it, right?
present.
Isn't the past time? I mean, we're
The
trying.
first, we're trying.
If you and your classmates, in this case, it has if you and your classmates were trying to raise money for a good cause, how would you do it? I think it's a good one. What do you think? If you're trying?
we're trying.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are gonna write it here. We're trying. Okay. We're trying. Okay, number two, if you, it's about not work. If you so hard, what would you have done differently last year?
It's in past.
This sentence is in past, so hadn't been working.
Yes.
Exactly. You hadn't been working. You hadn't been working so hard. Number three, if you about giving to a charity, what organization would you choose and why?
We're thinking.
We're thinking.
Okay. If you were thinking. Okay, a pause. What would you do if you down the street and you saw a homeless person? What would you do if you
Been walking.
It's in the past.
had been walking down?
Have been walking.
Had been walking. Had been sorry, is walking. You had been, if you had been walking down the street and you saw a homeless person, okay. And if you also have your community, what would you do?
You were planning.
Where
If you were planning to help to your community, it's if you are, exactly. If you were planning. Okay, so let's see.
There. So numbers 1, 2, and 4 are good. Numbers 1, 2, 3, and 5 are correct. Number 4 is not. Let's check why. First, you have the question with the result. What would you do? And then you have the condition or the situation. If you and you saw a homeless person. So this connector right here tells you something. What does that connector tell you? It tells you that it's one sentence. Okay. So if you have one sentence, these have to be on the same tense. This and this, it has to be the same tense. And saw is not in the past perfect. Saw is simple past. That's what you have to use here, simple past. Or, and a different form to say it. Okay, so what would you do if you were walking and you saw a homeless person? Yes, it's in the same moment. We're walking is the scenario, is the background, the context. So you're walking down the street and you see a homeless person, right? In the imaginary situation, the hypothetical situation, you use a different tense. So if you were walking and you saw a homeless person, and the question is, what would you do? Okay, ladies?
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes? Okay. Now, we are supposed to take some time to ask and answer the questions, but we have no time. So you are going to do this on a later time, okay? Because we are pressure for time. So let's work with even if and unless. Are you familiar with these expressions?
a little.
yes.
Yeah, so we have even if and we have unless. So you can use even to add a special emphasis to a condition introduced by if. Examples, I think I would give to charity even if I didn't have much money. Even if I had saved some money last year, I wouldn't have given it to charity. So what does even if mean? Let's not worry about this for the moment. Yeah, not that, only even if. So let's take a look at even if. Use even if when the condition doesn't matter. The result is always the same. It's especially used when the condition is not good or is not normal. The result will always be the same. Let's have another example. Example, I like English, even if my teacher is very strict. Or, even if my teacher is strict, I like English. So, check how the condition is not good. My teacher is very strict. That's not a good scenario. It's not a normal background, context, or situation. It's not good. But the result is the same. I like English. Do you want another example?
Yes.
Or actually, let's continue with this. The condition doesn't change the result. We can use the condition, we can see the condition because it's always next to the if word. And the result is always the second sentence. In this case, the condition is even if, and the result will always be the same, even if the teacher is strict or not. The subject I will always like English. Yes?
Great.
More examples. What do you see in the screen?
Someone take a taxi.
Taking a taxi, yes. Now, let's read the context, the background.
Late for it. He's very late for
He's
his
very
flight.
late for his flight, okay? Now, we can use an even if he takes a taxi, he'll still miss the flight. So, the condition doesn't matter. He can take a taxi, or not, it doesn't matter. The result is the same. He'll miss his flight. It will always be the same. Or you can swap the sentences, the clauses, and it's the same thing. He'll still miss his flight even if he takes a taxi. What's the difference between one sentence and the other, ladies? There is one difference. Can you find it?
The comma.
The comma, that's correct. When if is at the beginning, but in this case, even if is at the beginning, then you need a comma. When even if is not at the beginning, no comma. Now, it doesn't matter if he takes a taxi or not. He won't be able to catch the flight. More examples?
Yes, please.
All right. Now, what do you see in the screen?
All.
An old, yeah. Is it clean? Is it clean?
No.
No.
But
That
if I
dirty
wash
car.
it,
Dirty.
if I wash it, can it do you think it would look clean, new?
No.
No?
Even if you wash your car, it is still okay.
Even if you wash your car, it still won't look new. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter the situation or the condition. The result is the same. The result will always be, it won't look new. Another, and I have more different examples here. The first one, actually this one, we've already seen it. Even if you take a taxi, you'll still miss your plane. Or you will go to the cinema even if they don't allow you. So if they allow you or not, you don't care, you go to the cinema. Even if I wash my car, it still won't look new. Or he will come even if he's tired.
Teacher,
Yes.
Another example, even if the monkey wears silk, monkey.
It's a monkey.
It's a monkey.
Monkey stays. Yes. There you go. You have it. I'll go even if you forbid me to, or even if Mark was offered a job in Paris, he wouldn't accept it. There. So now Now let's go with if no, a different one. Yes, unless. Now let's go with unless. You can use unless to introduce what needs to happen or be true for something else to happen. It means except if. Example, I wouldn't give money to charity unless I were a millionaire. So, except if I were a millionaire. Or I would only give money to charity if I were a millionaire. So use unless to establish that the condition is necessary, and without it, the result won't be the same. In other words, it's the opposite of even if. Example, unless you study, you won't learn English. Or you won't learn English unless you study. In this example, the condition is you study. That's a condition. And the result is won't learn. So to change the result, you need the condition you study. So the condition is necessary to change the result. Yes? So if you study, you will learn English. These are the same. Okay, they are the same idea. If you study, you will learn English. Unless you study, you won't learn English. So unless is another form of saying the negative form. If you don't study, you won't learn English. Is that correct? Okay, let's continue with the next one. More examples. The first one, unless means except on the condition that, or needs a main clause to make a complete sentence. Examples, unless you leave home at once, you will be late for work. So that is this example right here. So the person is going to be late for work. And if you want to change the result, you need the condition, leave home at once. That's setting the condition. There, next. She will be sick unless she stops eating. So right there, that's the picture. So the result, what is the result? She will be sick or she stops eating.
She stops eating.
She stops eating is the result? You need to know what is the result.
The result is that she will be sick.
Yes,
Yeah.
the result is she will be sick. And the condition?
Is unless she stops eating. That's the idea.
Yes, that will be the condition. So to change the result, she will be sick. We need the condition. She stops eating.
So that means that unless is going to replace the word if, but in this case, it's going to have a negative meaning.
An opposite meaning, yes.
Okay, opposite.
A negative sentence, it will be a positive if. A positive sentence will be a negative if.
Can you please repeat that? Or just
yes. Let me see this. Here's one right here. You can't get a job unless you have experience.
So the result is negative.
The result is negative.
In the condition, so it's affirmative.
Yes, so here you have the condition, you have experience. And the result, you can get a job. And it's establishing that we need the condition, that condition. So another way to say it is, unless will be if you don't. If you don't have experience, you can't get a job. That would be a similar sentence.
Yeah. If you want.
Okay, can we go to the next for the next one?
Yes. Thank
Yes,
you.
unless my son finishes his homework, he can't go out. So what is the condition and what is the result?
The condition is unless my son finishes his homework. And so the result is he can go out.
The result, yes. And to change the result, we need the condition. The condition is necessary to change the result.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and here are some exercises. Complete the answers with the clauses in the box. More than one answer may be possible. So A, would you give money to charity if you were out of work? Absolutely. I would do it even if. So it doesn't matter what the condition is, but what condition would that be? Give money to charity. Even if what? I didn't want them. I only had a few things. I had a very good job. I wanted time off.
I had to put the donation on my credit card.
Yes, that is correct. I had to put the donation on my credit card. So please continue, guys. Do go ahead and complete the exercise and compare your answers with the classmate, okay? I will be back in 1 minute.
The next, I don't think so. I could never do it unless I had a very good job.
I totally agree with you. Unless I had a very good job.
Who wants to continue?
Okay, would you ever give up a good position if you had a chance to spend a year traveling? Sure, I wouldn't miss a chance like this unless I couldn't find a job when
I wrote I couldn't find a job when I got back.
Exactly. And never, I wouldn't give up a good position even if I had a very good job. No, I mean, I would because even
I wanted time off work.
Exactly. Yeah, that's correct. Even if I wanted time off work.
Yes.
Number 3, who wants to continue?
Would you give away your belongings if you had the chance to help someone? I don't think so. I wouldn't give my things away unless I didn't want them.
I didn't want them.
And the last one, yes, I will. I give my things away even if I only had a few things.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, are you ladies finished?
Yes, teacher.
So let's check your answers. What do you have for number 1? 1B.
I had to put the donation on my credit card.
There. Okay. What about number And C.
I had a very good job.
Next, number 2B.
I couldn't find a job when I got back.
I couldn't. And next one, C.
I wanted off work.
I wanted time of work.
Next, number 3B.
I didn't want
I
them.
didn't want them.
And the last one.
I only had a few
I
things.
only had a few things.
Perfect. Do you have any questions?
No, teacher.
No? Okay. Now, this is in your book. Do you know what is in your book?
Yes.
Okay, what you're going to do is ask and answer the questions and only the questions. Okay, it's not a practice. It's only ask your classmates these very questions and answer the questions, please. Okay, are you ready?
Okay.
Let's see. Araceli and Eduardo, please stay. Diana and Leslie, go ahead. Liliana, Mari Carmen, please go ahead. Leslie, Liliana, can you please go to your room? Okay. Araceli, Eduardo, please begin.
Hi, Eduardo.
Hi, I'm a little bit late, so can you tell me what do we have to do?
We need to answer the
Oh
exercise
yeah, the
in
questions.
the page 115 too.
Okay, let's just start with this.
Okay, but you already you do it the exercise? You complete it?
No, I'm late,
No.
so
Okay.
I was doing something important at home.
Okay. Okay. We only just to answer the question, you know.
Okay, would you
Like
give money to charity if you were out of work?
yes. If I had enough money for share it, yeah, I would do it. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I will do it even if I hadn't a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well,
Well, I'm sorry. Yes.
yeah, continue.
Okay. Will you ever give up a good position if you had a chance to spend a year traveling?
I don't know.
Will you ever give up?
I mean, I've never uh, had a work. Yeah,
Yeah. And what about traveling? Maybe
yeah, I had a job. Yeah,
you had you had have traveling in another in a some country or something.
nah, not
No.
yet,
Oh
not yet.
my
What
God.
about you?
Oh, well. Yes, I really, yes, in my case, yes, I really want to traveling for a
Uh,
lot of time. Yeah.
okay, and number three, would you give away your belongings if you had to change to help someone?
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Now, those are very interesting questions, don't you think?
Yeah, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you well, Eduardo didn't finish. What about the rest of you guys? Did you finish the questions?
Yeah.
No, we couldn't.
No, it's too little time, huh?
Okay, yeah, little time.
Well, this is an idea. You guys can organize a meeting with your classmates. For example, Eduardo, you can talk to Diana and Leslie and Vanessa and Ismael, and you can get together in another time, another day, so you guys can practice if you want. Yeah, the same goes for Liliana, Araceli, Mari Carmen. You ladies can get together as well and continue practicing in another time, not in class because the class has limited time. What do you think?
It's a little difficult to me, but I know that I need more practice, but
Yeah.
but it's a little difficult to me because I work and I help my son with her assignments,
His
his assignments, his
assignments.
homework
I
assignment.
know. Yes, but that's a good thing about it. You don't have to spend a full hour. 10, 15 minutes is enough. And you can just do it at any time your classmates tell you. If they say yes today, you can do it today. If not today, tomorrow, or maybe on a Saturday or on a Sunday, just 10 to 15 minutes. For example, this slide that I sent to you on the WhatsApp, this is my WhatsApp. I sent you this, okay, right there. If you didn't finish it, then you can get together with another classmate just for 5 minutes to finish this. Does that make sense?
Okay, okay, teacher.
And that will be for all the speaking activities. Every time we have a speaking activity, you can get together with a classmate and finish it, okay? But for now, I need to continue with the class because we are a little late or behind. Please close your books. Yes, no books for the moment. We're going to start the new lesson, lesson B, a better future. And maybe you want to have your notebooks and a pen or a pencil available to make some notes. Are you ready?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. So what do you guys see on the screen?
Street.
It's
a long street.
Yes, a street. Can you read this? Better?
Better future.
Better future, yes. What do you see on the screen?
A man admire the sky.
How do you see your future?
Like
Better.
the biggest one.
What? I'm sorry, does it look good?
Yes. It's a look good.
Pretty sure about it.
What?
She's a power girl.
I know. I'm not asking if that girl looks good. The question is, how do you see your future?
Exactly.
Does it look good?
I'm not pretty sure about it.
No?
No,
Well,
yet.
even a deeper question. How about the planet's future? How does that look? Does it look good?
No, it seems to me like a bad thing.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I think I'm not sure. All the things is
because you're
happening
running
now.
out,
Well,
running out of water.
Be prepared,
Yes,
okay?
exactly.
Brace yourselves for what I'm going to show you. What do you see?
People
Uh,
people asking for jobs.
People asking for jobs, and here?
Yeah, it's two. I mean,
Yes. What do you see here?
daddy word.
A daddy word,
Yeah, maybe
yes. So this is about
this is correct.
unemployment. If you want to, write down on your notebook, unemployment. So what is unemployment?
When people do not have job, does not have a job.
No jobs,
Mhm.
no job. So unemployment. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you see here?
A
Poverty.
poor neighborhood. A
And
poor
here?
neighborhood. And
Yeah. Oh,
So
Extreme poverty. Mhm.
this is about extreme poverty. Go ahead and write it down, please. Extreme poverty. Tell me when you're ready for the next one.
Okay. Mhm.
What do you see?
pollution.
Mhm.
Pollution.
Pollution.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah. So what is this? What's all of this?
The pollution.
Pollution. There
Mhm.
are different kinds of pollution. What pollutions are these?
Air pollution. Water pollution.
And
Air pollution, water pollution, and land pollution. Exactly.
land pollution. That's it. What do you see here?
Pigs.
What?
Hungry children. Sick children. Let's say the word is they are very thin, skinny children. Hunger, starvation. Okay.
Hunger and starvation. Go ahead and write that down, please. Hunger and starvation.
Hunger means hambruna. Which of those is hambruna?
Yes, that's what it is, but you should try to. I understand what you want to do, but yeah.
Okay. And starvation is like when we say I'm starving, it's because I'm hungry. It's exactly.
Yeah.
What's the difference between hunger and starvation?
The expression when you, Mari Carmen, and me, myself, when we say I'm starving, is incorrect.
Okay.
We are exaggerating because we're not starving. They are starving.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. What are some of the biggest problems that the world faces today, guys? This is a question to you. What are some of the biggest problems that the world faces today? What is your opinion? Factories?
we don't care the environment.
We ask people, okay? We ask people, what's the biggest challenge facing the world today? Now, here are some of their views and hopes for the future. What you're going to do is listen to what these people said, but with books closed. Please close your books, okay? Do not read the book. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. What you're going to do is listen and say, what problems do they talk about?
We asked people, what's the biggest challenge facing the world today? Here are some of their views and hopes for the future. Aya from Hiroshima.
Well, I wish we could eradicate poverty. The gap between the rich and the poor keeps getting bigger. There's something like 2 billion people who live below the poverty line. I just wish we distributed wealth more fairly.
Luis from San Salvador.
I guess I'd choose protecting the environment. And pollution is, I think, the biggest problem. I just wish everywhere hadn't gotten so polluted. Environmental protection is critical if we're going to survive. I also wish we invested more in green projects. I hope that makes sense.
Pin from Chiang Mai.
The biggest challenge? The eradication of hunger. I really wish someone would find a solution. You see all these poor, starving people. 16,000 kids die every day from starvation. No one should be hungry in this day and age. The problem is mostly one of food distribution. There are enough wealthy countries to solve it. I just wish I knew what to do about it.
Tom from San Diego.
There are so many unemployed people, especially with the economy the way it is right now. I wish the government would do something to reduce unemployment and create new jobs. I hope they put more investment in job creation.
There. What problems do they talk about?
Aya is talking about poverty.
Eradicate poverty.
Yeah, it's about rich and poor people, and about distributing or something.
Some poor people.
Yes.
What else?
Poor kids, because as you mentioned, the poverty is one of the factors we're talking about poor kids.
I'm sorry. So what's another problem?
Just what okay, no problem. It's that okay.
Okay. What about Luis?
He's talking about pollution.
Pollution.
He wants to invest in green projects.
Okay, but the question is, what problems do they talk about?
Okay, pollution.
About the environment.
Environment.
Okay. Something else? What about Pin?
About
Food distribution. What's the
Food
problem?
Education and hungry people.
What?
Eradication of hunger.
Is that the problem?
No, that's
No, that's not the problem.
Okay.
So what is the problem? Maybe hunger.
hunger.
And what about the last guy, Tom?
Unemployment.
Ay, ay, ay. Unemployment. All right, now the next question is, what's the biggest challenge?
Please invest in green projects.
Invest in green
Projects.
Okay, what else?
Aya, distribute wealth.
Next.
Tom, investment in job creations.
And is that it?
No, but I think
Okay,
pin
the next one.
is distribution food.
We asked people,
What solutions do they suggest? Do you like to listen again?
Yes.
Yes.
Listen again.
we asked people, what's the biggest challenge facing the world today? Here are some of their views and hopes for the future. Aya from Hiroshima.
Well, I wish we could eradicate poverty. The gap between the rich and the poor keeps getting bigger. There's something like 2 billion people who live below the poverty line. I just wish we distributed wealth more fairly.
Luis from San Salvador.
I guess I'd choose protecting the environment. And pollution is, I think, the biggest problem. I just wish everywhere hadn't gotten so polluted. Environmental protection is critical if we're going to survive. I also wish we invested more in green projects. I hope that makes sense.
Pin from Chiang Mai.
The biggest challenge, the eradication of hunger. I really wish someone would find a solution. You see all these poor, starving people. 16,000 kids die every day from starvation. No one should be hungry in this day and age. The problem is mostly one of food distribution. There are enough wealthy countries to solve it. I just wish I knew what to do about it.
Tom from San Diego.
There are so many unemployed people, especially with the economy the way it is right now. I wish the government would do something to reduce unemployment and create new jobs. I hope they put more investment in job creation.
There. So what solutions do they suggest?
Create new jobs, Tom.
Yes, create more new jobs. What else? What else? What more? Only that? Okay. Now you can go ahead and open your books so you can see the article. Okay. Open your books, page 54, and let's listen and read at the same time.
We asked people, what's the biggest challenge facing the world today? Here are some of their views and hopes for the future. Aya from Hiroshima.
Well, I wish we could eradicate poverty. The gap between the rich and the poor keeps getting bigger. There's something like 2 billion people who live below the poverty line. I just wish we distributed wealth more fairly.
Luis from San Salvador.
I guess I'd choose protecting the environment. And pollution is, I think, the biggest problem. I just wish everywhere hadn't gotten so polluted. Environmental protection is critical if we're going to survive. I also wish we invested more in green projects. I hope that makes sense.
Pin from Chiang Mai.
The biggest challenge, the eradication of hunger. I really wish someone would find a solution. You see all these poor, starving people. 16,000 kids die every day from starvation. No one should be hungry in this day and age. The problem is mostly one of food distribution. There are enough wealthy countries to solve it. I just wish I knew what to do about it.
Tom from San Diego.
There are so many unemployed people, especially with the economy the way it is right now. I wish the government would do something to reduce unemployment and create new jobs. I hope they put more investment in job creation.
Okay. So now that we heard and read, now we're going to ask the question. What problems do they talk about? So poverty, rich and poor people, pollution, environment, food distribution, hunger, and unemployment. Very good. That's good. Next, what's the biggest challenge? Distribute wealth, very good. Invest in green projects, really good. Invest in job creations. Yes, there you go. Okay, that's good. The next one. What solutions do they suggest? You only have one? Create new jobs. It's okay. Now, let's take a look at the next one. What is pollution, guys? Pollution is
Garbage.
the introduction of harmful substances into the environment. Yes, to throw trash or to dump dirty water or to create smoke. Harmful substances. What does gap mean? Gap is a wide divergence or difference. In this case, a difference. Fairly, what is fairly? Impartially, impartial, fair, just. What about invest? Well, to put money in use. Yeah, invest. Put money. And wealth, abundance. Do you have any questions right now? If not, please go ahead and write the words and the definitions, please. Pollution, gap, fairly, invest, and wealth. Write them on your notebook and write the definition, please. And tell me when you're finished. Are you finished, guys? I hope so. Now, the very main question, the most important question of all. Who do you agree with? I want to hear some answers. Let me see, Araceli. Who do you agree with, please?
With Luis, I think
With
it's
Luis?
important, yeah, with Luis, because we need to protect the environment because, you know, we need the water, we need the air for survive. So I think we need to make some, I don't know, projects for a safe this environmental protection.
Very good. Thank you, Rosalie. What about you, Liliana? Who do you agree with?
I agree with Luis too, because we need to protect the environment. We need to do several things to avoid to pollute the water, the air, the land.
Okay. Thank you very much, Liliana. What about you, Mari Carmen? Who do you agree with?
I guess exactly the same. If we protect or we take care of the environment, then humankind will, like say, will be reborn. Because if we don't take care of our planet, there is no future more just than that.
Yeah, that's good. That's true. Thank you very much, Mari Carmen. What about you, Diana? Who do you agree with?
With Luis.
With Luis too? Okay. Thank you. Leslie, who do you agree with?
I agree with Luis about protecting the environment.
Very good. Thank you. Eduardo, who do you agree with?
With the number 2 about the environment.
With Luis as well. Thank you. And Ismael, who do you agree with?
With Luis too.
With Luis too?
Reasons.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So the next question is why? Okay, why do you agree with, everybody agrees with Luis, but why? You're going to have to go in sessions and talk to your classmates about your answers. And right there. There, please go to your sessions. We'll only talk about 2 minutes, for about 2 minutes, okay? Okay, guys, welcome back. Now we're going to work on the next activity. Circle the correct form of the words to complete the sentences. All right, so in your book, the next activity, the next exercise, you will have these sentences with multiple choice. So number 1 here, you have to decide whether to use unemployed or unemployment, and what is that? And on the second sentence, you have invest or investment. So circle the correct word in each number. That will be homework.
Teacher, which page is that on?
54, I believe.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So go ahead and mark it. Is homework? Yes. Circle the correct form of the word. Okay.
Okay.
And also this. The exercise C is the next exercise down. Write the words in bold in the article in the chart like this. We have noun, verb, and adjective. And every line is the same word in its different form. For example, poverty in noun is poverty. In verb, doesn't have a form in verb. But in adjective, is poor. Now, what words are in bold in the article? We have, yes?
Protection.
You will have this, eradicate.
Eradication.
Poverty, distributed, wealth, and so forth. All of these guys are in bold, all of them. And you're going to find a place for these words in your chart, whether it's a noun or a verb or an adjective. And when you find the position, then you write the form of that word in the other categories, okay? So you have to complete the full chart, okay?
Okay.
In your notebooks. Also, page 61, please. Page 61, it will be homework. Vocabulary notebook.
All of the page?
The complete page, yes, it's only vocabulary, so it should be easy. Okay, guys?
Yes, teacher.
And we are finished for today. How was the
Good.
Was a good class today.
I hope you liked it. I hope you
Teacher,
enjoyed
can
it.
you help me with the teacher? I'm sorry. Can you
Yes.
help me with the last page?
61.
Which one? No, the other page.
54, 54.
Thank you.
And I think the exercise is on the next page. No, it's the same page, 54, okay? It's on 54. All right, do you have any questions, guys?
No.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow,
See you
teacher.
tomorrow, teacher.
See you
See you.
tomorrow,
Guys.
teacher.
Bye.
Bye.
See you. Thank you,
Bye.
teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, guys.